It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Birds and the Buccaneers. All that and more coming up next.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase? Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft, fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield. And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Mayfield now on second down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's White. A solid stiff arm. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's a toss right side with White. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now a give up the middle. This is White, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. They stay on the ground with White. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Buccaneers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Throwing is Hurts. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep for the Bucs is Devin Tompkins. And taken at the 46. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. Evans has it left side.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Mayfield. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have it. That's 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot. And
they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts. pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up the running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Burt sets up to throw it.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Over the middle to Evans. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And it is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Mayfield on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
On the draw, it's White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Now Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Mayfield. The try. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return, Boston Scott. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Back to throw again. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Well, Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 13.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
First down, and they go with Swift again. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up past the 45.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. A gain of 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Back to the running game with Swift.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Holding offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he's brought down.
57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Swift is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Eagles are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Throwing, Mayfield.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Bucs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game,
Now White lost the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's out to the flat for Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bucs' 37-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Throwing is Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 1st down, Hurts.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Play action. Here's Hurts.
This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield over the middle to Evans. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Running out of the gun with White. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Opting to run again here with White. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
This is your game, baby. Let's go.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This now a 3rd and 4. They run straight ahead here with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at about the 14. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles now down 21-14. A little over a minute to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Pass complete. Got it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Eagles.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
First down, Philadelphia.
And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.